Joining me now, Republican strategist, former chair of the Nevada Republican Party, Amy Tarkanian. Good grief. Good to see you.
It's a mouthful, Tarkanian.
I apologize.
No worries.
Let me start with, first of all, the party right now. There is such a contest in the party. There is a quiet that's settled over all of the rhinos since the midterm elections, it seems. They're not being aggressively supporting the president. We're watching this president stand with that express embrace from the leadership in either the Senate or the House. Kevin McCarthy has been certainly better than McConnell. But this is a peculiar time, and Ronna McDaniel, the head of the RNC, has been supportive. But there is not a real expression of unity that I certainly see on the part of the party for this president who is doing the Lord's work, securing the nation, actually rolling back the disasters and the mistakes of three previous administrations.
He's doing a phenomenal job, and I think that the so-called rhinos, they're finally seeing that they have been on the wrong side for a very long time and feeling the heat. The general public has probably spoken up pretty loudly. I know that a number of people that I know have been putting in numerous phone calls into their congressional leaders or senators to put the pressure on them to actually stand firm with the president with this government shutdown. I have plenty of friends who are actually feeling you know, they're feeling it in the checkbook. They're having to ask parents and grandparents to help financially, but they do understand that if the Republicans don't stand firm with the president, then our nation's going to be at a loss. And I don't know if we'll ever be able to recover.
Yeah, I think that you're exactly right, because if this president does not persist in the trade dispute with China, seeking balance. I mean, we're talking $330 billion in a record trade deficit with China, even as this president is trying to bring to bear all of the tools at his disposal to reach balanced trade, because we can't continue to permit $600 billion in Chinese theft of our intellectual property, our technology. This is madness. And he's the only president in 30 years who's had the guts to challenge the Chinese. It's remarkable.
Yeah. It really is. And it's exciting to have a fighter like President Trump finally in the White House. So it's going to be imperative that we have leaders such as Senator McConnell and also Kevin McCarthy stand side by side with him, because it's absolutely asinine to sit there and watch Senator Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and other leaders in the Democrat Party stand there and actually stare and look into the camera and look into the eyes of the American public and bold-face lie constantly just because they do not like our president.
They do not like the president. They intend to, and have from the outset, attempt to delegitimize him. They do so now as they absolutely are driving towards subversion of this president, whether it is on free trade and fair trade and balanced trade and reciprocal trade. I mean, Vice President Pence put it this way, talking about Wall Street. They're unregistered foreign agents lobbying against the President of the United States in support of China. We're watching the national left-wing media talk about collusion. These outlets have been as pro-Russian in the division and the dissension that they sow as any operative could possibly be working for Vladimir Putin.
I mean, if you want to talk about collusion, really, it's the majority of the mass media with the Democrat Party. There's your collusion. And it's a shame because, once again, we are moving in the right direction. I mean, we have unemployment, you know, at an all-time low in the last 50 years. We've got, like you said, we're finally in conversations with China. We've you know, done so well in so many areas. And North Korea, absolutely. It's a shame that we've got the other side willing to dig their heels in and make a mockery of the American public just to spite the president.